On December 7 of 2023, during the Game Awards, Sega presented a very short trailer where they showed modern versions of IPs that have remained forgotten for years. This was very shocking, but the response from the fans has been mostly positive. After all, Sega isn't necessarily popular for nurturing their old IPs, so why is this happening now? But most importantly, what can we expect from this? Let's talk about it. But before we dive in, just a quick disclaimer. This video is purely for entertainment purposes. Most, if not all, the content here is speculative, and the goal is to spark a conversation until the game is released. Let's start by rewinding to April 9th of 2023, when Jet Set Radio concept art mysteriously surfaced online, alongside with a video containing Persona 3 remake footage, Sonic Frontiers beta gameplay, and a modern Jet Set Radio teaser. Despite the unclear origins, it suggested that these might have originated from an internal meeting at Sega back in July of 2022. The original tweet containing the teaser leak is no longer available, but if you're interested, you can still see it in a TikTok I made about it back then. With Sega's confirmation of a new game, the burning question was whether these leaks are connected to the upcoming release or not. The concept art and teaser leaks show striking similarities, yet some noticeable differences, particularly in Beat's jacket design and color schemes. The official trailer unveiled a design reminiscent of both leaks. However, it was still not clear if these three were related at all. That was until recent tweets, especially one from Okami13_ on December 20 of 2023, which further cemented the legitimacy of the concept art leak. The picture provided contained extremely similar design elements for Combo, Beat, and Gum. On the other hand, both the teaser leak and the official trailer share a very interesting connection. In both videos, a green can be spotted. I personally refuse to believe this is a coincidence. I just find it to be too specific to include these details if it was a fan-made video. Plus, there's an unused green can asset that can be found within GSRF files. So this could mean they're finally implementing a green can for this new entry. These revelations strongly cement the legitimacy of the leaks. The slight differences like the design of the cans or Beat's jacket could further prove that the game has been in development for quite some time now, but we'll touch on that later. There's an ongoing debate about whether this game will be a remaster, a remake, or perhaps a reboot. Judging from the little footage we got, it looks like this game is going to be heavily inspired on the first Jet Set Radio game, mostly aesthetically speaking. From areas that look literally taken from the first game, all the way to character color schemes, reused assets, Sega's preferred use of the original Graffiti Soul design, and even the game's logo. But does that mean they're re-remastering the first Jet Set Radio? Again? Okay, let's calm down. I don't think that's gonna be the case. But it's also not going to be a remake. We have a few things that rather point to a reboot, that combines the previous entries but also introduces new mechanics, like mantling, updated designs for Gum and Combo, a green can, grind tricking, and an open world style of map. Considering the alleged 2021 teaser leak, it's apparent the game has been in production for at least 2 years. This aligns with the standard development cycle and the fact that we just got a teaser. So it's probably safe to assume that the game right now is in a production/testing/pre-launch state. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean the game is releasing anytime soon. In fact, I personally wouldn't count on the game releasing prior to mid or late 2025, especially because of the wave of articles that spawned in 2022 that talked about a super game. Let's not forget that this new Jet Set Radio game did not get a standalone announcement, and I believe this is key to understand why we're probably not going to see the game released in the near future, aka 2024 or even 2025. We still have no idea how Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, Shinobi, and Street of Rage are going to relate to each other, but they're often bundled with Jet Set Radio and what they called Power Surge and Reintroduction. And more recently, what it's likely going to be the final name of this project, Sega Next Level. My point is, we're not only waiting for Jet Set Radio to be finished, we're waiting for 5 full games to get polished and ready to release. And we don't even know who is developing them. Well, actually, we kind of know there's original team members alongside with new young developers, but the size of the team is still unknown. Okay, but let's go back to the super game part. A bunch of scary words were thrown in these articles. Words like NFT, game as a service, microtransactions, cloud technologies, etc. But what do all of this really mean? Well, we don't really know. But for now, I can only give you my personal take on it. There's a couple Sega Sammy documents that are public that detail a general strategy and direction of the company. This transmedia strategy section specifically caught my eye, not only because it has Jet Set Radio on it, but also because it involves a bunch of different types of media other than video games. Like a Jet Set Radio comic? Or a Jet Set Radio movie? What the hell? So by the looks of it, Sega is investing tons of money on different projects that involve some of the most beloved franchises, alongside their more recent established IPs like Sonic, Persona, and Yakuza. So they're clearly serious, which also implies that they really want to guarantee these projects' success. But what would be the best way to combine all of these different cult classics and make it work? Well, you bundle them together, each of them with their small to medium-sized fandom, and suddenly you have a big market, a recipe for success. But just how exactly are they gonna do that? Well, I think the smartest way of doing so would be similar to what Fortnite is doing. You have one shared launcher, and inside of it, you have a bunch of completely different games that share the same engine, like Lego Fortnite, Fortnite Festival, Rocket Racing, and Zero Building. All these games within the same ecosystem and a share shop where you can buy skins and add-ons for each and every game. Okay, now let's be real for a moment. Is it really Jet Set Radio with our favorite funky uncle? I mean, really, Hideki Naganuma is one of the main reasons why these games are iconic, right? So to me, it's kind of obvious that he has to be involved in this project in one way or another. But if you still need some type of evidence, here you go. We know from Hideki himself that Ryuta Ueda contacted and even met with him after many years. I wonder what they talked about. Here's a couple of miscellaneous things that I also wanted to mention. It's kinda hard to tell, but in this picture we can spot different HUD elements. Probably the one that pops out the most is located in the top left corner, which seems to be a circular minimap. This might be wishful thinking, but doesn't this kind of look like a roller coaster? And back here, is that a Ferris wheel? Could we possibly see the return of Sky Dinosaurian Square area? And potentially other areas from Jet Set Radio Future? The Noise Tanks are very likely returning as a rival gang, as this graffiti can be seen in the Power Surge trailer. I'm just very excited about this new game because I just really never thought we were going to be seeing a new Jet Set Radio game, like ever. From the very little information that we have currently, this game looks like it's gonna be very different from the previous Jet Set Radio games. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I love Jet Set Radio Future, and it's always gonna have that special place in my heart as my all-time favorite game. But I have also come to terms with the fact that there's never going to be a game like Jet Set Radio Future ever. So I'm not expecting Jet Set Radio Future or a game that's very similar to it. Because like JSRF already exists, and that's enough for me. So yeah, I'm open. I'm looking forward to what Sega decides to make with this new entry. And I also feel like this is probably the healthiest way to embrace this upcoming game. Anyway, let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if I missed anything. Your theories, write them down in the comments below. What are you expecting from this game? I will definitely try to make a follow-up video as soon as we get like new material. I'm looking forward to February 22nd. They will most likely post some sort of Jet Set Radio related thing on that date. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.